Раз. Ах. Ну, сейчас проверим. Алло. Ну, сейчас проверим.
It's quite a significant patch. So, let me preview two things. For the PvEers out there, you can now summon Torrent during the Elden Beast fight. I know a lot of people dislike the Elden Beast. I like him, I actually think he's really good. But even I will admit that I wish I could summon my Spectral Steed. Well, now you can. And I bet you that a lot of people that really hate the Elden Beast before will love him now. Secondly, for the PvPers, and this is a big one, there is a nerf to the Moon Veil. We have only been begging for this for 2.5 years, and it's finally here. So, we will now go through. It will be quick and dirty, just like I like my women. Don't tell my wife I said that. Anyways, let's begin. So there's some new features. They added support for the Shadow of the Erdtree DLC. That is very necessary. And there's 5 new hairstyles added to the game. So that's gonna be cool. New summoning pool features. You can activate summoning pools that will now be carried over to the Game Plus. And you can disable or enable individual pools in the map menu. That's gonna be great, because sometimes you just don't want to be summoned for a specific boss. And I appreciate that. Now this is gonna be a little different for the Mogwin Palace stuff, because that's where you access the DLC, and you can only summon there if you select nearby when in the area. That's something that you keep in mind. There are some new inventory features. You can, newly obtained items will be marked with a exclamation mark. That's very nice. There's some new tabs for recent items. And here it is. And added a new feature to summon Spectral Steed during the Elden Ring boss battle. Elden Beast boss battle. That's crazy. Also, I didn't play a lot of Colosseums, but craftable consumable items that have been used during battle will now be replenished at the end of the session. And good for the Arabic people for now having access to their own language. Steam-only features, nice, we're gonna skip that. Here's the meat and potatoes. The PvP exclusive balance adjustments, and this is just for fighting. So there's a bunch of weapon adjustments. After being affected by madness and or sleep status effects, the status effects build-up will be halted for a short period of time. This is super necessary. Wow. Okay, so that will mean that madness or bleed or stuff like that. Does it say bleed? Sleep status effects? Well, no, it's just madness and sleep. So, still, that's really good, because getting Madness is super annoying. Increase the poise damage of some attacks against other players of the following weapon types. So there's great swords, colossal great swords. There's a lot of poise adjustments. And this is going to change a lot. The game will feel different because of this. I can't tell you how different though, considering that I haven't gotten to play it yet. So this is something that we will have to feel out after tens, if not hundreds of hours of play. We'll have to readjust, which is always good because, well, it's not always good, but change here I think will be good. So there's increased poise damage of axes, that's very necessary. Decreased the damage of dual-wielding attacks against other players of all weapon types. Oh, big one. Decreased the poise damage of some attacks against other players of the following weapon types. Daggers, straight swords...
Подожди, Lost, я ничего не понял. Как эту хрень включить, блин, идти в жопу. О, захват окна еще один. Хром, да, точно. Так. Вот так вот сделаю. Блин, как этим говном управлять, пожалуйста? А, все. Это я додик. Вот так. Это сюда. Ну, кажется, получилось. Сейчас проверим на телефоне. Пам-пам-пам-пам. Надо как-то включить на всю здесь. Опа, вот так.
Hello everyone! I'm Lost, and the DLC is just around the corner. But even more so, we just got the patch notes for the Elden Ring patch 1.12. Even without the DLC, this is quite a significant patch. So, let me preview two things. For the PvEers out there, you can now summon Torrent during the Elden Beast fight. I know a lot of people dislike the Elden Beast. I like him, I actually think he's really good. But even I will admit that I wish I could summon my spectral steed. Well, now you can. And I bet you that a lot of people that really hated the Elden Beast before will love him now. Secondly, for the PvPers, and this is a big one, there is a nerf to the Moon Veil. We have only been begging for this for 2.5 years, and it's finally here. So, we will now go through the patch notes. It will be quick and dirty, just like I like my women. Don't tell my wife I said that. Anyways, let's begin. So there's some new features. They added support for the Shadow of the Erdtree DLC. That is very necessary, and there's 5 new hairstyles added to the game, so that's gonna be cool. New summoning pool features. You can activate summoning pools that will now be carried over to New Game Plus, and you can disable or enable individual pools in the map menu. That's gonna be great, because sometimes you just don't want to be summoned for a specific boss, and I appreciate that. Now this is gonna be a little different for the Moldwind Palace stuff, because that's where you access the DLC, and you can only summon there if you select nearby when in the area. So that's something that you keep in mind. There are some new inventory features. You can, newly obtained items will be marked with a exclamation mark. That's very nice. There's a new tab called recent items. And here it is. and added a new feature to summon Spectral Steed during the Elden Ring boss battle. Elden Beast boss battle. That's crazy. Also, I didn't play a lot of Colosseums, but craftable consumable items that have been used during battle will now be replenished at the end of the session. And good for the Arabic people for now having access to their own language. Steam-only features, nice, we're gonna skip that. Here's the meat and potatoes. The PvP exclusive balance adjustments, and this is just for fighting. So there's a bunch of weapon adjustments. After being affected by madness and or sleep status effects, the status effects build-up will be halted for a short period of time. This is super necessary. Wow, okay, so that will mean that madness or bleed or stuff like that, does it say bleed? Sleep status effects, well no, it's just madness and sleep. So, still, that's really good, because getting madness is super annoying.
Блин.
Increase the poise damage of some attacks against other players of the following weapon types. So there's great swords, colossal great swords. There's a lot of poise adjustments. And this is going to change a lot. The game will feel different because of this. I can't tell you how different though, considering that I haven't gotten to play it yet. So this is something that we will have to feel out of after tens, if not hundreds of hours of play. We'll have to readjust, which is always good because, well, it's not always good, but change here I think will be good. So there's increased poise damage of axes, that's very necessary. Decreased the damage of dual-wielding attacks against other players of the weapon types. Oh, big one. Decreased the poise damage of some attacks against other players of the following weapon types. Daggers, straight swords, thrusting swords, heavy thrusting swords, curved swords, katanas, and there's axes. Reapers are in a weird place. I don't know about the other ones. They might become a little worse. But why Reapers? Reapers, they need more poise damage. Whatever. Decrease the poise value of some attack motions against other players. Yeah, that's fine. Increase the damage of some attacks against players for heavy thrusting weapon type. I can kind of see that. The running heavy, I think, is being specifically targeted here.
Oh.
Decrease the damage of dual-wielding attacks against other players for the following weapon types. Oh, baby, here we go. Spears and great spears. Yes. Yes.
Копья порезали,
That
отлично.
is really fantastic.
Это
Decrease
точно.
the damage animation motion of following weapon types when another player is stunned by stunning attack. Oh yes, decrease the damage animation motion, so you're not stunned as long, basically. Decrease the effect of Baldakin's Blessing and Radiant Blessing to increase the poise value and physical damage negation in PvP. I didn't really use Baldakin's Blessing in PvP. Only get like one of them. I think the Radiant one. Can we get more of them? Maybe we can get more of them. I think that's why that's a big change. Maybe it's a thing on the PC. Do people did Baldakin's Blessings? I don't know. Skill adjustments. Spinning Slash, decreased damage, needed. Flaming Strike, decreased damage, needed. Rain of Arrows, decreased damage and poise damage. It was hilarious to one-shot people. I suppose that's not something that you should be able to do, but it was hilarious, and not a lot of people did it. But fine. Cursed Blood Slash, decreased damage. Transient Moonlight, decreased damage. Here it is. The Moon Rain has been... Ladies and gentlemen, we got it. Lightning Storm, decreased poise damage. Spear Call Ritual, decreased poise damage. Very, very important. Because if you don't know, the Death Ritual Spear is one of the most crazy Ashes of War in the game. If you get off a few of them, and if your opponent is in the wrong position, they're just dead. They are just dead. Ancient Lightning Spear, decreased damage. Radahn's Rain, decreased damage and poise damage. Spinning Weapon, decreased damage animation motion when stunning other players. So it's not going to stun you now for 3 hits. That's interesting. Will it not stun on the first hit? Or will it not stun on the second or the third? When will you be able to jump out? I guess we'll just figure it out. Incantations are just Black Flame Protection, decrease the physical block rate, Bestial Sling, decrease poise damage. Good, because Bestial Sling it's good for harassment, and that's what it should be. But the poise was way too much. So if we can run through some of it, then yeah, I'm right there with you. Then we have general balance adjustments. The adjustments in this section affect both PvE and PvP aspects of the game. Adjust the turning speed when using dual-wielding heavy thrusting swords. Adjusted. Does it mean better or worse? Increased dexterity scaling when assigned Ashes of War with corresponding affinities, which I think is good. I think that gives more personality to dexterity in affinities. Fantastic. Increased stamina consumption when guarding attacks of...
Всего 6 уровней нафармил. Да.
Great swords, curved great swords, great axes,
Это печально.
great hammers. Yes, shields will be less
Капец.
viable. I think that was super necessary. I think the shields were in a fine place, but who am I to judge?
Хуже.
I am actually somebody to judge. I play this game a lot. It's supposed to be. This is why I'm making this video. Increased speed of some attacks of the following weapon types: axes, great axes, hammers, flails, and reapers.
Да
I don't
иди ты
know.
в жопу, блин, а.
You know what? Yes, I do know. All of these were
Что,
necessary.
не умер?
All of these were necessary. Increase the damage of charge attacks
Смысл
with following weapons.
существования
Axes,
кормить меня
great
рунами.
axes, some colossal weapons. That should also be hammers,
Вонючая
but
жаба.
we'll see. I suppose axes and great axes, if they are charge attack city, if you can do a lot of damage with charge attacks with these weapons, that would give them a good personality, because axes don't have a personality in the game right now. Hammers barely have a personality. Flails do have a personality, but it's shit, right? So if we do this, I think it's going to be... This is going to be good. Increase the turning speed of normal attacks of the Reaper type weapon. Good. Again, more personality. Increase the damage of the weak weapon types, except the Umi. Is that supposed to be the Urumi? I think it's supposed to be the Ulmi whip. The Ulmi whip. Unless there's a new DLC whip that I'm not aware of. Increased speed of consecutive attacks for the following weapon types: light bows, long bows. Okay. Increase the poise damage of the tortuous weapon type. Who cares? Increase the duration of the effect of Moog's Great Rune that increases the attack power when bleeding status effect is triggered by a nearby summon spirit. Don't give a shit. Still trash. Decrease the heal amount reduction from the Flask of Crimson Tears and increase the heal on attack effects when using Melania's Great Rune. They go even further in on the Melania Great Rune gimmick, which I suppose is good. That's what it's supposed to be. Increase the attack power of arrows, great bolts, great bolts that can be crafted through item crafting. We'll have to see. Decrease the turning speed of dual weapons of the following types: spears and great spears. I don't know how this will affect it, but any nerf to these things, yeah, that's good. The meta
Лен, мы с тобой фотографии не
is very
посмотрели.
different. Decrease the poise generation speed during some attacks of the following weapon types: great spears and halberd spears. So a halberd with a poke, I suppose. Decrease the poise generation speed. So you don't get as much poise as quickly. You do get the same poise, but it doesn't show up as quickly. You have to be smarter with your attacks. And that's great for the great spears. I don't know about the halberds, but maybe. Decrease the effect that increases the power of spells of Terra Magica. Decrease the effect that increases the power of spells. So Terra Magica is just worse. Decrease the effect duration of the Cerulean. Decrease the effect duration of the Cerulean Hidden Tear. Isn't that the tear that gives you Cerulean? What is the effect of that? Eliminates all FP consumption in mixed physics. Increase the effective duration. So it's just worse. I didn't think that was too bad. I suppose this is for the PvE stuff, so they don't want you to work bosses in the DLC. Armament adjustments. Troll's Knight Sword, increased damage. Seymour Curved Sword, increased damage. I like that. Increased movement distance of some attacks. Increase the movement distance so you attack further forward. Great. Forked Hatchet, increased damage. Ripple Blade, decrease the status build-up enhancement that scales with the arcane attribute. So I assume that was going to be the case, quite frankly. That one and the yeah, there you go. Crescent Helmet is there as well. If you had sleep on these weapons, you would just annihilate. It was the strongest, absolute most destructive power that you could have in PvP. It is not even funny. And they have the Serpent Hunter, increased the speed of crouching attacks. Albineric Staff, increased attribute scaling. Good. Gelmir Staff. All of these staffs, all of the Golden Order Seals, the claw marks, everything. Boom, 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 boom. Increased attribute scaling. Here is the skill adjustment. I love the kick. I do. I wish that the kick could also push people off the ground, so you get flung. No damage, just get flung. I don't think they did that, but they did increase the poise amount when using this skill. Kick could be so funny, man. It could be just one of the best weapons, most memeable Ashes of War in the game. Maybe later. I'll complain about it at another time. Spinning Slash, decrease the status build-up of your weapon when using the skill. Yeah, good. Storm Assault, decrease the poise generation speed, so you will have to be in that for a little while. Okay. Stormcaller, decrease the poise generation speed, basically the same. Storm Stomp, decrease the poise generation speed, basically the same, so you won't have poise for as long, or at least the poise will only pop out probably when you stomp it. I don't think that was necessary. I think that was fine. In fact, I think it was in a good place. But whatever. Glint Flame Phalanx, decrease the poise damage. Loretta Slash, decrease the poise generation speed. There's a lot of these. Bloody Slash, decrease the poise generation speed. Increase the speed of some attacks. On Strong Shot, I suppose that's fine. I mean, these are bow stuff. Parries, okay. Will they change some of the parry frames here? Increase parry hitbox generation speed on the parry. Parry hitbox, so it comes out quicker. The same with Storm Wall. The same with Pop's Barrier. Increase parry hitbox generation speed. Buckler Parry. Added attack recovery time. Added attack recovery time after using this skill? Does it... But why? It's not like the Buckler Parry was something... Maybe this is for PvE. Remember this. This is for PvE as well. Maybe people use it more for PvE. Don't PvP brain this! Do not PvP brain this! Taker's Flame. Decrease the fire poise damage. Remove the fire knocking down effect. Taker's Flame. Isn't that... Taker's Flame. Taker's Flame. That is the skill on... the Blasphemous Blade. Yeah, that's what I thought. Remove the fire's knocking down effect. That was part of the fun, though. That was so much part of the fun. I know it's really good, and I think it should be really good. But, okay. Moonlight Greatsword. Increase the poise damage of heavy and charge attack, but decrease the poise damage generated by the magic wave. Which is what that's smart. You don't want wave to have too much poise damage. Thunder Cloud Form, decreased poise damage. I believe that is the dragon pointy sword. Why can't I use my words properly? Magma Shower, decrease the poise generation speed. Thunderstorm, decreased damage. Thunderstorm might be the thing that you get from Nefeli Lu's axe. Let me just double check that. I'm surprised. Some of these, right, names are very generic. Yes. That's exactly it. Bubble shower. Decreased damage and poison damage. Come on! The bubble shower is so much fun. But again, you can nuke bosses here. I command thee, Neil. That is the Ash of War. I can get run forward. I increased poison value during the active part of the skill. Decrease the poison generation speed. I don't know about that. Bloodmoon Ritual. Decrease the generated status buildup. The Render Slash. Decreased generation speed. Bear Witness. Increased damage and poison damage. Contagious Fury. Decrease the amount of attack power generated by the skill. That would be the Jellyfish Shield. And then we have a bunch of bug fixes. I don't think there is any point of going through all this. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna just post this video. Then I'm gonna take a nap. And I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna stream. This looks absolutely incredible. I hope you are as excited as I am. I will see you out there, in the lands between, in the shadow realm, and I will try to stab you in the face. Kisses.
Так, веселенький патчик у нас получился. Веселенький.
God damn it! I'm doing my intro! Hello everyone! I'm lost. And look, my eyes all bloody. Oh god, they're everywhere. Well, that's fine enough, because we're back again with another Rivers of Blood build. We're not gonna go too extensively through the build. It's quite simple. We have Rivers of Blood, we have the stats to match, we're level 200. Here are the stats. Here are the equipment. What I really want is to ask you a favor. I have a VOD channel where all of my stream VODs end up. If you're a kind of person that needs some entertainment while studying or playing games or something, then this channel would be perfect for you. And even if you have no intention of using my VOD channel, can you please subscribe to the YouTube account that you're not using? Because I think that I can get this monetized really quickly, especially when the DLC comes around. And if I get it monetized, the people who watch these videos, they watch it for so long that I'll probably be able to squeeze a little extra money out of them. That's basically what I'm telling you, right? If you just help me by subscribing to this channel, I'll get some extra money. Maybe a couple of... Maybe $100 a month extra, right?
Так, не выдержу, посмотрю
Enjoy the invasions.
Видосик Лоста, где он показывает новые мувсеты. То его даже начал смотреть, но выключил, потому что, ну блин, не хочу себе спойлерить. Я помещу это куда-то сюда. Вот так. Или может лучше слева. Не, пускай будет справа снизу. Окей.
Hello everyone, I'm
Hello.
Lost and I'm here with Chase the Bro. Say hi, Chase.
Hello, Losty. How are you?
I'm doing pretty damn well, my man, and today we will be breaking down the new DLC weapons that have been shown to us on the Red Bull event. Now I say us, but we haven't been there. We are relying on footage from the streamer Elijah's. Big shout out to him.
Huge shout out.
He was one of the few people who actually showcased the weapons like us PvP nerds want him to. So that's great. And also we are watching the video made by Raditasker. He has been compiling these clips and I really appreciate that because that makes the process a lot easier for us to go. So go and subscribe to both of these guys and let's get to it.
Oh, you started with the perfume.
Yeah, first weapon we're looking at is the perfume, and I'm super curious on how this will function with poise. What's the poise damage here?
Yeah, it's interesting that it doesn't cost FP as well, since it's kind of all AoEs, right? Yeah.
No FP consumed unless you're using the Ash of War, I assume.
It does seem slow, at least. Like, you kind of see it building up like the perfumes, you know? It's not... Doesn't seem like... I want to see its rank attacks, but... Okay, this is probably the standard light attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Jump
Kind of reminds me
attacks.
of like claws. Yeah, jump attacks. They like cross.
Are they delayed? That's the question here.
Не, ну
Will you
блин,
be able to,
кидать
like,
порошочек во
and
врагов,
then
это вообще
you get hit
какая-то
yourself
чушь,
because the
если
attack is
честно.
delayed?
Probably.
Что это вообще за оружие, порошочком
That explodes
раскидываться?
after. We're seeing the requirement. It's Dex Fate.
That
Полный
shows that if you want to be using perfumes, that's the build you want to go in with. And it's
Wait, hold up. You're forgetting one thing.
What?
It can be infused.
oh crap,
Interesting. So you can have a heavy perfume bottle.
you can, but this is lightning perfume, and
That's why it's. Oh, it's got good scaling.
Да
for things
иди
like
ты в
that.
жопу.
it's still faith though.
Чучело.
Yeah, and it also doesn't have an active war attack. I'm confused.
Yeah, there will
Ты должен умереть и
definitely
принести
be
мне
ashes
оружие.
of
Всё,
war
вся твоя
for the
суть, весь
perfume.
твой
Or
смысл.
yeah, definitely. That
Твоих
would make
братьев.
sense. They just don't have one equipped right now, I guess.
Yeah.
Let me just see this for a second here. Yeah, he doesn't have like an actual infused perfume, but it says lightning, so that's interesting.
Yeah, it's just this is all lightning damage. It all comes from both Dex and Faith, which is different because lightning is usually pure Dex, right?
Yeah, it nerfs really everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dex, Faith, CC.
Exactly. So that's a
More Dex requirement too. It ends up being more of a Dex weapon. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
I suppose this thing probably has some base Faith scaling then, just simply because the lightning would infuse it into Dex.
Oh yeah, I'm also intrigued because it does all lightning damage right here, right?
Yeah.
I wonder if you do infuse it with other things, if it's going to change it or just stay like that. Because it's kind of like the spark aromatic, you know, where you throw the explosion and it's the lightning.
True. So if we do infuse it with fire, do we get one?
Fire damage. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
That'll
Or,
be interesting.
Так, надо бы сделать лапку.
Oh my god, the claymore. It just has
Да,
a claymore.
я
I
не
love
знаю,
it.
у кого ее
Well,
можно купить, потому
Fire
что убивать
Knight,
птичек я
Flame
не
Archer.
yeah, there's a
sword.
lot of stuff here that looks so cool.
Oh, I want to see the Great Katana. I don't know why I'm so excited for that. Just sounds cool. Oh, and the Milady.
Сейчас, ребятки, подождите, Elden Ring вики. Так, Extra Life. Дальше у нас тут пам-пам-пам. Где оно может быть? Должно быть здесь. Items может быть. Items. Меня интересует Consumables. И здесь у нас должна быть лапка золотая. Вот это. И мне нужны вот эти лапки. Выпадают они из пингвинчика. Хотя это непонятно, что за птица. И орла. А можно ли где-то их купить? Так. Офигеть, блин, ну почему никто не продает их? Ни одного торговца нету. Ну серьезно, мне идти фармить птичек, ну, и так впадло. Farming stuff to help you with farming. Truly amazing gameplay. Это точно. Это точно. Я не робот, хули. Я нейросеть. Все. Значит, отменяется моя золотая лапка. Хотя, может, еще у кого-то прям ее целиком можно купить. Sold by patches. О, она же бесконечно у него продается. Надо глянуть. Надо глянуть. А вдруг он ее продает бесконечно? Так, получается, только один единственный патчес ее продает. Понятно. Понял, принял, обработал. Записал и заработал. Привет, бомжи. Ой, что за фигня? В смысле? А где проход? Это либо я дурак, или я не знаю. Где проход в пещеру? А, все. Забыл. 3 месяца не запускал игру, забыл. Где сидит подчас. Здорово, братишка. Блин, я тоже так присесть хочу. Так. Где у меня такая поза? О, вот. Да, блин, не ложись, не ложись. Промазал. Надо еще мышкой научиться попадать на кнопочку. Сесть как лоскутик. Да, скриншот сделать. Здорово, братишка. Не, мы когда будем с женой играть, мы, наверное, вот так присядем по-пацански. Побазарим. Здорово. Да. Пожалуйста, скажи, что ты их бесконечно продаешь. Ну, конечно. Конечно, ты их продаешь ограниченное количество. Ну, сука. Блин, 30% рун больше получаешь. На 30% вместе с этой лапкой. Не, ну тут я Миядзаки вообще не понимаю. Ну какого фига? Ну почему не сделать бесконечный источник этих лапок? Ну нафиг мне вот это ходить птичек убивать. Ну не хочу я. Придется фармить с бонусом только от амулета. Ну это трэш какой-то. Ладно, будем фармить без лапки золотой. Что поделать? Не хочу ее фармить. Сейчас запустим видосик, будем смотреть.
This is the Milady? Is that the name?
Большая катана.
Okay. There's a lot of stuff to talk about here, but I love that it starts with a poke.
Yeah, its moveset is really flowy. I like that.
And it moves...
It kind of interchanges between like slow and fast too.
Yeah.
I like that.
It moves him forward much more than I feel like other weapons do. And here's a question for you, man. Do you think this has hyper armor?
I know, it's a light greatsword, right? That's the question. It would be really strong if it does. If it doesn't, though, I still might prefer a greatsword. It's hard to say. If it did, I would like it to slightly. Maybe not be able to tank the super slow weapons, but
yeah,
it is really quick.
So low hyper armor, I want to say low hyper armor, but I would give it hyper armor. So
yeah, I think most things kind of need it in this in terms of PvP, just because you're always fighting outnumbered. Even like some of the slower weapons that have good poise damage are quicks too. Like great axes are pretty quick when you think about it.
Yeah.
So that's fair.
So
I'm excited for that though.
Большая катана, очень интересно. Очень
yeah,
интересно.
that's why I like it so much.
Oh, that's so cool.
Удары
you know what I'm
вообще
really
вау.
liking, that they're focusing more on stances.
Yeah.
I've seen, I forget, was it in the other trailer?
Oh,
they
shit.
even have,
look at that.
Обалдеть, вот это
the
удары.
heavy?
That's the heavy stance attack. It brings the
Просто
character
шок.
forward. I really feel like that's going to be fantastic for PvP. And hey, look at that. That's the heavy charge attack as well. That's what I've always been saying with every single charge attack. You want the movement forward.
Yeah, you definitely do. Anything that kind of has a stationary attack, it's so easy to just avoid. They all need forward momentum, and having more thrust is kind of good for weapons that don't have a thrust moveset. Like I like how the heavy, like we just seen, goes so far forward with a thrust.
Yeah.
Very useful.
So I'm right now at 432. I've used the controls to inch it forward a little bit, so it's a little hard for me to see. But so he's using a magic milady, and it has strength.
Oh, you're just on the stats of it. I see.
Yeah,
I see. Huh?
on the stats. Its strength is 12, dex is 17. That seems fairly smart.
That's what I see it here now. So the magic milady plus 25. At least they're doing it all with like fully upgraded weapons, so we can see the damage and scaling nice.
Yeah.
Hard to say what it is naturally though. It gets an E and B when it's magic infused. Higher dex requirement though. I'm kind of gonna assume it's a dexterity weapon.
I'm thinking it's going to be slightly quality, but it's gonna be...
I would like it to be. They need more actually good quality weapons.
I think it's going to favor Dex, even though it's gonna have quality elements to it. At least that's what I think.
Yeah, kind of like a few of the weapons that we have that are somber weapons. But this is infusible anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter too much at the end of the day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really cool though. That's definitely one of the cooler movesets I've seen.
I think this is going to be super exciting for PvP.
I love, like, we've seen 2 weapons so far, and it already would mix it up so much. The perfumes are a little bit interesting, though, for sure. We'll see how that works.
Absolutely.
Do we go to the Great Katana?
Yes, let's go to the Great Katana. This one definitely
Great
favors
Katana.
Dex. Even with Flame Art, you can see it's a D
Still has a
scaling.
D in Dex. Yeah. B in Strength. That makes sense, though. 18 requirement for the Dexterity.
Yeah. Yeah.
How heavy is it? Can't tell. Oh, there we go, yeah. Weight 9. Not too bad, actually. Okay. Alright, Great Katana. Looking huge.
Опа,
looks
игра
cool.
зависла. Отлично,
Oh,
вылетело.
I actually like the light attack chain, just
Super.
because it gets a random thrust in there.
Yeah,
Просто
that's
super.
going to be great. I'm not super excited about, overhead attacks, but with the thrust coming there, I think that's a really cool attack.
It does mix it up nicely. Oh, the crouch is a thrust attack.
Okay.
Oh, that's huge. You can pressure actually really well with that.
That's very true. And we got another stance.
I love the stances. Oh my god, it's the chop.
Mm-hmm.
The overhead chop.
Oh,
What's your favorite? The triple.
Oh, and that
Oh, that's actually cool.
that moves
Wait,
you
I'm going back
forward
to that.
so well. Okay.
Yeah, that has great momentum. Even the standard one, like he said the light, right?
Yeah, so there's one chop with a light,
Stance.
and for the heavy, there's 3 chops.
Yeah, the light. The 3 chop is the heavy. Wait, actually, does the Milady have its own Ash, or was that a stance Ash of War as well?
That was a stance Ash of War as well, I believe, because the Milady was magic infused.
You're right.
Yeah.
Alright, so after the Great Katana, we have the backhand blade. Oh, the like reverse grip curve swords, I'm guessing?
Yes, so I'm at 542.
Yeah, I see the stats at 541. It is heavy infused. What build did they have him rocking?
He's at he's at
Why is
150.
everything flame heart and then heavy and then magic?
Hey, I'm not complaining too much. He does get a solid amount of damage there at
For a heavy infusion, yeah.
yeah 500, and it does seem like the heavy backhand blade or the backhand blades would be slightly more dex focused.
Yeah, they have the higher dex requirement for sure. Let's see. They're like curve swords. Most curve swords do better, I think, dex.
Yeah.
Except for the Shamshir, I like heavy, but... Okay. Just like a really
Блин, это топовое оружие.
flowy dual curve sword
Языки с
moveset.
обратным
The
кувадом.
Dancer's Blades return.
Да, вообще вау.
That's heavy tank.
Офигенно.
That is pretty smooth.
Просто бомба.
Yeah, the weapon art is... it reminds me of the Corvian, but I think we're gonna get iframes during that dodge, I bet.
Oh, I believe so too. That looks
That's gonna be interesting.
that looks so good. Honestly, man.
I know. You can easily just react, dodge, punish someone. Like, that's gonna be interesting to deal with as well. I'm gonna pause it for a second.
I don't think they built these weapons for PvP, but whatever design philosophy,
Definitely not, but hey, it'll be interesting.
whatever design philosophy they're using is definitely benefiting us. I think that these weapons will really change PvP moving forward.
And you can... Well, I don't know why it just came to mind, but you can put this Ash of War on weapons. What weapons? I wish we got to see, like, them looking at the Ashes of War, not equipped.
Imagine putting this on a great sword.
I was thinking that. Oh, Claymore dodge thrust. Like, oh, that'd be so good.
So, Beast Claws.
Beast Claws is
621.
621.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, 3, 2, 1, boom.
Boom. The Bear Claw.
Yeah, they look brutal. And I keep saying, right, that I want weapons that move you forward when you attack in PvP, and look at this thing.
I know every attack is just bringing it forward momentum. Hey, that one, is that a heavy attack?
It seemed like it to be a heavy attack, yeah. on the one.
Yeah, just kind of like jumping around with the heavy. It's pretty wild.
It looks so cool.
Это Elden Ring 2 просто с этими
Oh,
оружиями.
the ash is like
Elden Ring 2.
just like the harder hitting claws, probably.
Harder hitting claws, they might have some sort of hyper armor because for PvP
Yeah.
I don't see that have too much relevance.
Yeah, it's hard to. I'm gonna go back to it, but it doesn't have as much forward momentum as the actual attacks do, which is funny. Like the R2 will be pretty good from what this looks like.
Yeah.
Ты
Just
можешь мне чай
forward.
привезти?
I think this one is you trade with this. You know, you trade with this when you want
Yeah.
to just end it and they have little health and they are being a little desperate and they're coming at you.
That would be optimal. If it doesn't have hyper armor on the ash, not as useful, I would say.
Yeah.
Looking at it, it's a little slow. Okay. So the next one is called the Dry Leaf.
And this, I believe, would be the
The
martial
fist
arts.
weapons. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it looks so cool in a Souls game.
Сухой
So
листок.
I'm at 704.
With the
Let's count this
704.
down.
Сухой листок.
Okay.
3, 2,
Pause. 1.
1, go.
Next up, we have the martial arts.
Everybody has been waiting for these.
The fact that there's kicks is really what's intriguing me here, right? Like, look at that attack chain.
That! That looks so good.
А,
Does,
блин,
actually.
это
And you know
жесть.
what I'm liking? They do like 2 hits together, and then the third one's usually like a longer strike, so they're taking into consideration the fact that people are gonna roll away.
Руками,
and it's
ногами,
distance.
блин,
Yeah.
бить
Look at
без
that running
оружия.
attack.
Oh, that's so good.
Это
That
шок.
is so good.
Это шок,
You know, the
блин.
cool-
Oh, the jumping heavy, what the... Do you see that?
Yeah, I see it. I see it.
Вот бы еще дропкик двумя
Actually,
ногами
so excited for
хлебало.
The coolness factor aside, another weapon that really moves you forward, and another weapon that definitely can apply tons and tons of pressure.
Yeah, we need more of this. You know, fists are good for pressure, but their moveset isn't too interesting to me. This is like fists, but with way more interesting attack chains.
Yeah.
Like, look at that.
The next one
Okay.
would be the dueling shield.
Oh, let me get the stats for that, and I want to look at it really quick. So far, each of these have been kind of like infusable, which is really cool. So the dueling shield. This one's actually not infused though.
Okay, I'm looking for it. We can
It's
see
at
it.
805.
805. Yeah, okay.
So it's naturally like quality, but more dex scaling, I guess.
Yeah.
Higher strength requirement, which is interesting.
Well, I suppose
It is a shield, I guess.
makes sense, and you're going.
Yeah.
This is a dueling shield. I would imagine that you're going to be two-handing this thing. So.
Yeah, its guard boost is pretty high, actually. 60.
Oh.
Hmm.
That
Pretty
is
good.
good. That is good. And to compare this to another weapon or another shield, the brass shield, which is the best shield in the game, quite frankly, that has 69 nice guard boost. So
Yeah, and it's a medium shield, right? So
yeah, it's a medium shield.
Yeah.
So that definitely has some potential, and I'm very curious whether or not or how
the moveset is going to tie into it.
Yeah, well, I was thinking when you block and you get hit and you counterattack, that specific guard counter,
yeah.
that's the word, is going to be interesting, because if it comes out quickly and it's more of a...
Возможно,
more of
этот
a
щит
hook,
блокирует прямо во
then
время
there's
атак,
more
как
value here
было
than
оружие в третьем Dark Souls.
regular weapons.
Там был
Yeah, then it
меч
can
в
actually be
комплекте со
useful.
щитом.
I almost never use the
а-ля
guard counter, to
спартанец.
be honest.
Yeah,
I don't know if you do, but
Очень
I don't.
интересно.
whenever I
Очень интересно.
do, it's like a meme, right? It's
Yeah, you're not trying to be good with it. It's just, hey, let's try this.
Yeah, it's never the best option, but once in a while you trick your opponent and you feel good. You know, that's basically
Yeah, you're like, I landed it. Like maybe with a
That's
colossal,
interesting.
even then probably, I'd rather guard and then just do a heavy attack.
Yeah, exactly.
Hit roll
exactly.
catches. But yeah, guard boost 60. Let's see its moveset.
So we should we count it down?
Yeah, sure.
3, 2, 1, boom.
Boom. Interesting looking.
Yeah.
Капец, я даже
Oh, well, the first attack is a thrust. Most of them are.
представить себе
Yeah,
не
it
мог
makes
оружие
sense.
такое.
Yeah.
Щит
Heavy, like
и
a
копье
thrust
одновременно.
slash
Или чё
almost.
это?
Yeah, there like
Нет,
there
двойной
are some
парный клинок.
slashes and there's like thrusts that kind of get moved to the side just a tiny bit. Oh, well,
Yeah,
that was quick.
That was quick. I was gonna say that was short.
We'll just pause there, I suppose.
Nothing else. I'm just going back to look at it quick. So
Метательное оружие,
the R1
бесконечное
comes out.
метательное
I
оружие.
just wanna
Что
see it.
это за
It comes up
абсурд?
pretty quick. So maybe you could guard with it and then do an
Обалдеть.
R1 immediately to roll catch them if they roll away.
Maybe.
Боже, какая это имба.
But, you know, its range is
Ну, на бумаге.
not
Технически.
as crazy as I thought it was going to be. It is a shield though, I suppose.
Yeah.
I wonder if you get
Smith Creek
blocked,
dagger.
like if you're attacking during it. You know how like certain weapons have hyper armor defense? I wonder if they'll give it something like that.
Oh, that would be great.
И на силу.
That would help it.
Даггер на силу. Ну,
Now, I'm
тяжелые
actually
закалки.
at the throwing
Smith.
daggers.
Ну,
Yeah.
Yeah, the throwing
Очень
weapons.
круто.
The script smith, is that what it's called? I just want to see the stats, because
Yeah.
this is interesting. They are... Yeah, Smith script dagger. It needs 11 int and 11 faith.
And 11 dex, and of course, absolutely no strength. But this is strength infused.
Wait, it needs 11 dex, but has no dex. Oh, it's strength infused. Okay. I was like, wait, why does it need dex with no dex scaling? But that makes sense.
Yeah. But here's the thing, though, it still get int and faith scaling, so...
Oh, I wonder what it is naturally then. If it's EE after being heavy infused.
I would guess, naturally, I would go with a CDD, maybe?
Yeah. Decent guess. I don't know. I guess we won't see until it comes out. But cool, interesting. Actually giving things to int faith builds. I wonder if they'll give us an infusion for int faith. Maybe. Alright, I'm good for me for the attack, I guess.
Yes, so 3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, dual weapons, yeah.
Yeah, these are dual weapons, and he can throw them, and he threw them quite far with the Ash of War, but here you can see it's just naturally throwing daggers.
Yeah, I was wondering. I thought at first when I heard about this that like the heavy attack was the throw.
Yeah.
I'm assuming they have regular attacks as well. Maybe not though. It's doing all projectile throws.
So we're moving on to a different video now. This is Poir Gaming. Big shout out to him as well, because he has some things that Tasker didn't. So now we're going to check out him. And we're going to the Smith script weapon.
Script weapons first, yes.
Yeah. So 3, 2, 1,
One,
go.
So there's the axe, the throwing axe one.
Yeah.
Метательный
looks,
топор.
Kind of sick, honestly, because
Yeah. It also has int scaling.
Yeah.
Давай.
Int faith.
Просто
pause the
кайф.
game there, because I'm interested.
Но мне не
in
нравится
both
все
these
равно
things, 'cause he
метательное
has-
оружие,
It has wild
концепция
strikes on
метательного
it.
оружия,
Yeah, so
потому
the
что оно у тебя
moveset is the
бесконечно.
throwing, and the Ashes
То есть
of War can do whatever
никак
you
не
want, so it styles the
оправдывается
moveset.
Yeah, in the
его
Tasker one,
появление
I
в
do
руке.
think that
Если бы оно
one of
попадало по врагам
the
и
Ash of War
отскакивало
was a
обратно в
throwing
руку,
Ash of War, but
или
yeah,
возвращалось
they
к
have
тебе
some of
какой-то
those as well,
магической
yeah.
силой, это другое дело.
But in this case, he has wild strikes, and he has this. This is a magic Smith script, so the int is not natural. I presume.
Yeah, it's higher now from the magic. Okay, so
Yeah.
probably just like minimum int faith. And
But
the scaling's gonna come from one of the other
this is 800 damage, 800 and something damage, man.
5, 6, 7. Yeah, it is. That's pretty
Сука.
high. What kind of, it's a standard axe too. I'm going back to
800 урона с метательного топора,
So maybe
который
the throwing
бесконечный.
attack is like the heavy, like we heard.
Я не
I'm gonna
знаю,
hit
это
play. I'm
какой-то
at
трэш
51. Did
вообще.
you hit play? Did you go back?
Yeah, I'm just looking at wild strikes.
Yeah.
Бить им
okay, so
можно,
wild
просто
strikes.
бить.
And I'm
О,
switching over to the hammer.
Yeah.
божечки, и молоток даже кидать можно. Ёб твою ногу.
That throw with that heavy is gonna that's gonna make the weapon so good.
Yeah, it comes up pretty quick too. He does like the double spin beforehand, but still, it probably has some ridiculous distance.
Yeah,
And then there's a spear as well. Oh,
the spear. Yeah, that looked like the regular throw, and oh shit.
The Ash of War throw. Oh, but you can put on like an Ash of War with it, so it's kind of better. You don't have to have the Spectral Lance Ash of War. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And you
exactly.
just throw it yourself.
Yeah. And then he's trying out an Ash of War on my screen now.
Yeah. Oh, I just want to look at the
Сука!
stats on the Smith Script Spear.
Это что такое было?
Okay, did you find it?
Yeah. So.
Блин,
heavy infused,
засмотрелся,
it gets a
видос
V, and
называется.
it still retains.
Ну животное, блин, а? Больная скотина. Сука, теперь руну придется потратить, дугу, точнее. Ах ты ж свинья, а. Там 3 миллиона душ, ты чё, блин? Собака.
Contains an EE and int faith, so they seem to have probably DD int faith, or maybe probably DD or CC. Maybe.
Well, that's kind of exciting, honestly, because
they need more for that stat class.
More int faith has been something that we have been begging for a while, and the fact that
because they didn't include it. I don't know why they didn't include an infusion like that. There is magic, you know?
Yeah, there is magic, and it's a whole, like, class of lore spells
3
there,
миллиона
so...
душ, чуть не похерил.
They may have saved it for the Erdtree, I guess.
Yeah, maybe, but if this one is a heavy Smith script spear, then
Ребята,
I would
покажите еще
assume
оружие
that you can make
какие-то,
it
ну, блин.
int or faith, and then you have your int or faith build. Rejoice!
Oh, a longsword. Standard longsword?
Yeah.
Oh, but he's got the poison flower blooms twice, Ash of War.
Yeah, I have seen this one actually, and it is pretty sick.
Interesting. It's got some pretty good distance, actually.
Yeah, distance and speed. This can be used not only to catch people who are running away, but I imagine if somebody's running towards you and trying to slash at you with a heavy greatsword, for example, you can maybe jump over their attack and get them with that kick.
Yeah, I wonder if it would still give you like the feet iframe because you're in the air, you know?
Yeah, and I paused it now. I'm at 753.
Yeah, I went back to look at it. Look, so, okay. Went back to look at it a bit. Oh, great sword. I see.
Yeah.
750 to 53. Okay, yeah. It's like mid-running attack.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright, so we're seeing a flaming Zweihander, basically.
Yeah, it seems to be fairly standard from a moveset point of view, but that is a cool Ash of War. That looks like the...
Oh, charged heavy, like a thrust heavy. I like that.
Oh! Yeah,
so it's
you
like
know what?
Zweis heavy, yeah.
That's fantastic. We need more thrust attacks.
We do. And the Ash is interchangeable. So that's an Ash that can go on Colossal Swords, I guess.
I paused it to just check out all of that stuff.
The stats.
And
yeah.
Блин,
it is a fire
great sword.
So 22, 18, 12. You know, I'm seeming like I'm probably gonna go into the DLC with like 12 and 12 faith.
It seems like I'm going to have to do that myself. There are a lot of weapons.
Кроме Клеймора нет ни одного меча с
That's
подобным
4 we've seen
мувсетом.
so far, and that's just out of these like
А теперь
9
будет.
that have been shown.
Yeah.
И это просто вау.
Yeah, man.
I
Okay.
have to say, I'm liking my strength choice though. These are all strength weapons, except for the dual blades.
I'm very excited about the light greatswords. Those are my absolute favorites. But
Yeah, that's so cool. It looks cool. I think that's gonna be a fan favorite, probably. A spell, basically teleportation.
yeah, I saw that.
Oh, it's that NPC's spell. Do you remember in the tower?
Oh yeah.
Miriam's vanishing. Yeah. Oh dear God, what am I seeing here?
So there's a lot of things happening here.
There's a gravitational missile.
Yeah.
But it like fires off. Hang on, let me see if I'm getting multiple times. I think.
Yeah.
It hits, pulsates again. So like pulls and explodes out. It's like Radon, but like projectile.
That's gonna be scary for PvP. And then multiple lightning
I'm
spears.
a little bit more afraid of the lightning one, to be honest.
I have some.
What is this? It's lightning spear on steroids.
And then there's like tiny little light dots.
Yeah, the magic lightning swords. It's like, oh my God. Dear no, not projectiles. wait, what's that? What a roar of Regula.
Yeah, that is something.
Regula.
Yeah, I'm gonna pause it there for a moment because we'll see it a little later on. But that roar specifically, it is a roar that you can hold down the button and it keeps attacking.
Okay, is it emitting? It looks like it's emitting Scarlet Rot, but maybe not. Maybe we're just getting a weird angle of it.
Maybe. The thing that it does do though, it hits multiple times, and I'm a little afraid that that's gonna be like a complete and utter
Like a roll catch.
stun lock. No, a stun lock.
Oh, like it's like 2 quick roars in succession. Yeah, I see what you
No,
mean.
it's not 2 quick roars. It's like 5, 6, 7 or something like that, because it keeps going like pow, 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 pow.
Oh, you can just hold it. Hang on, let me just see from the beginning.
It's
Roar.
you'll see it. You'll see it a little later here.
I think. Okay,
You'll
from
s-
what he did there, you'd be able to dodge the second one, but.
Yeah, you'll just
Oh, what is this?
just wait and see.
Okay, can I just say I think my new fear is divine bird feathers.
Yeah, I saw that one, and it is.
How do you dodge that? I think it'll chip you.
Заклинание,
No matter
конечно.
what. Imagine a whole team of people doing that.
I don't
Interesting.
look. It's not going to be too bad if the thing, as long as it doesn't stun you too hard, right?
True. If there's no poise damage, it's not bad. Although it's going to be like guaranteed chip, I think, if they're within range.
Yeah, that is definitely going to be something that you take into consideration.
Ooh, hey, look, it's the ultimate force, sort of.
Well, there's a. I don't know what's happening here. There is. Is he? Is he?
It's
Oh,
like-
he's got a black knight together with him. He was actually fighting a boss.
More
So
than
I'm.
one.
Oh,
просто
I couldn't
странно.
even see it.
Yeah, no, it was weird. I'm at 933 right now.
Yeah, so you're watching him do the Miriam teleport thing.
Yeah, so let's just do a countdown, shall we?
Yep, 933.
3, 2, 1, boom.
You know, it's kind of useful. That's pretty applicable for certain areas, but I don't think that would be too scary to deal with or fight in PvP. Doesn't look like it's going that far.
Yeah, it seems a little slow to be
Yeah,
of any
the
real
recovery's
value.
slow.
Yeah.
Seems like. Although maybe he's not attacking or rolling out of it. I don't know.
This one is
Aspects of the Crucible Bloom.
okay. He's a flower.
Oh, it's that flower attack.
Yeah, that's also not gonna be scary for PvP. That's
No,
that's
it's very
that's
slow.
yeah.
The lightning one is a little scary though.
Yeah.
Having like, what is it, 6 projectiles on top of, and they're staggered. Like, if you dodge the lightning arrow, it will chip you. It might. And the gravity missiles. It's cool though. I like that they're doing more interesting things here.
This one is
Like-
fascinating because it did that. Oh
Oh, it launches at the end like an actual like knockback.
Yeah, imagine just imagine invading in that area.
Imagine more than one person using that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear. Oh, wizards.
It is.
What? Glintstone nails, huh?
Yeah, it seems like just another standard glintstone
Projectile.
projectile. Yeah.
Tracking.
Here we
See the
go.
roar here. 1.
Well, just give it a moment. Give it a moment. You'll see why I'm nervous.
1, 2. Yeah, it is pretty successive. I feel like I don't know the range of it though.
It didn't do too many
Oh, that
damage.
hit him. What do you mean? It hit where the zombie was standing from where he is? It hit
Oh,
him.
it did hit him. Yeah, so
That's pretty far.
I'm a little afraid of that.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. What in the? Oh, he's got some more that he didn't have equipped too.
There are quite a lot of stuff here, but I want to see that. Well, there you go. Pest threads.
I'm not a fan of pest threads as it is.
We'll see what happens here.
Oh, you can charge these ones. Pest thread spears.
Okay, well these seems like 2 project. Well, no, there's more. It's just a little visually difficult to see.
You know, we've been mistreated when we're happy about only 2 projectiles at a time.
Yeah.
We're scarred. Claymore. Oh. Radon. Radon gravity thrust.
Yeah, this one is a little crazy because it.
Oh, you can use it successively.
Yeah, at least twice.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, at least twice. He does it twice too. So it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think that's the end of it. Then they just show them going through the little area.
If that's it, then yeah, I'll just pause it.
Yeah, that's amazing though. That showed us a great deal of new weapons. I think if I had to summarize what my favorites were, I want the Great Katana, the Milady, and I think those are my two. Oh, and the hand-to-hand combat.
The
but that's
martial
kinda like
arts,
everybody,
yes.
Right? Yeah, like who doesn't want the martial arts? This looks so cool.
I think everybody's gonna be crazy for martial arts, and that's
We're
probably
gonna be running into 3 like fields of 3-man martial artists.
Yeah, and I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. Fist fights.
We'll pull out a chunkier weapon hopefully, and we'll just trade them to death. But we'll see how much damage. You know,
The 1v3 fists only. it actually applies now.
Yeah, yeah.
That's pretty cool. Okay. I guess that is the end of the video though.
Indeed. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and I'll see you soon.
And thank you, Lost, for commentating.
Oh, you're welcome.
And thank everyone for being here. Yes, yes. I'll see you all soon. Goodbye.
Да, завтра будет исторический день.
2, 1, go.
Go. I didn't play.
Ah, it's.
I'm just clicking it. I'm not doing your
Yeah.
space trick. It never works for me, I swear.
All right. Well, I'm just clicking it as well. It's okay. It's a video. They will forgive us. All right.
They won't even see this. What do you mean?
Так, ладно, наверное, я уже устал фармить. Пора заканчивать.